identification with thought means that you miss the rest of yourself. Thoughts are very temporary things, and they exist within us. They arise within our conscious awareness, they pass through it, and then they leave. And we are that which is aware of the thoughts with a conscious awareness. But we've learnt to identify with the thoughts. And so in doing that, we're actually identifying with something that's temporary, which is movement, that ebbs and flows, it changes, which is an unstable experience to have our attention on that, because that's how we identify, is simply by giving that our attention. And then there's the belief that we are that, that we are the thinker of the thoughts. But really, it's more like actually tuning into a radio station that's transmitting information, and we're just attentive to that. And it becomes something that we believe we are. And whatever the thoughts say, because we're identified with them, we have the associated feeling, so they feel true, so it's so deceiving. It feels really real, that we are the thoughts, that everything the thoughts are saying, are about us. They're personal, they're our story. But if you look up ego in the dictionary, you'll find it says that, the ego is just an idea or opinion that we have of ourselves. And that's what these thoughts are. The ego or the mind, it's the same thing, and it's just a collection of thoughts. And when we identify with that, then that informs who we are. It affects our experience, and it uses up a huge amount of energy to do this. So it's no wonder if you're feeling tired or stressed. It's overwhelming, this erratic movement of thoughts that, 1 minute can be positive, the next negative. And I don't know about you, but for me, I used to notice when I first started recognizing that I wasn't thoughts, that the thoughts flowing through were mostly negative, actually. They weren't supportive. Almost our thoughts can be the worst bullies that we've ever come across in our life. The judgment, the we're never good enough. Even if you do something really well, there's almost a sense still that, you could improve on that, you could be better. So there's no time to rest, no time to just be. So observe your thoughts. You can explore with just counting them for a moment. And then that recognition of, if you're counting them, who's counting them? We are, and in order for us to count them, they have to be objective to us. And if it's objective to us, then we're the subject. We are that which is aware. That pure awareness that's looking out through your eyes right now, that's who you are. And it's that still and moving part of yourself. It's a constant field awareness. It never moves or changes. And so if you can come back into an awareness of that, just noticing that you're thinking, observing what you're aware of, and just being attentive to it for a moment, just to see, what are these thoughts? Where do they come from? Where do they go to? And see if you can start to recognize the real you, the pure awareness that's looking out through your eyes right now and is aware of the sound of my voice, observing this video or anything else in the room that you're in. Every time you just come back into this moment and just notice what we're aware of now, we're then just aware. And if you can notice that you are aware, it's so natural to do that as well. It's not something you have to do. It's just being curious and observing and seeing, what are you aware of? What is this moment like? What are the thoughts saying? Noticing them, because a watched thought's not a problem. If you see a thought as a thought, you're free. You're now just aware again. So notice that. Notice when, whatever the thoughts are saying, and challenge that, Is it real and true, or is it just an idea that you have? And you can let that idea go and then observe again. What else are you aware of? What's really true? So you can start to get a bigger picture and see what wants to reveal itself. beyond the thinking mind.